Hey, what's up guys? Jason Julius here. It is so good to see you back for another video. And in this video, I'm answering yet another question. And this question comes from a woman and it's about her vibrator. So the question is, I have never been able to get off by a man, only a bullet toy. My legs tremble and shake, but just can't ever climax without a bullet on my clit. Is my body ruined because of using a bullet? This has ruined so many relationships for me. When a man can't get me off, I think that I am the hardest female to get off in the world. You are not alone, and you should never feel bad. First of all, masturbation is completely healthy. It's amazing, and a vibrator is a fantastic way to explore your body, understand what you like, understand your sequence to get to orgasm. Nothing wrong with that. But I will say that the body and mind respond in the way that they've been conditioned to orgasm. So the only downside to using a vibrator as the only means that you've ever had to orgasm is it conditions your autopilot responses to look for that type of stimulation. So it might be very difficult for you to let go or, react the same way to actual stimulation during intercourse. And I've received this same question from a lot of women, and I would say I give the same response to men who have difficulty ejaculating. The thing is if you've conditioned yourself in a certain way to require a certain type of stimulation in order to orgasm, what you need is a little break from that. And I don't mean that you should feel bad about having masturbated or using a vibrator. I know I've said this before and I've gotten some responses like, why are you telling people that they can't masturbate? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you've only done it a certain way, what you should do is take a break for about 6 to 8 weeks from that bullet vibrator and continue to have sex with your partner and continue to explore and become more aware of your body and what turns you on, what you react to outside of that other type of stimulation, so that you can then reprogram those autopilot responses. Because our mind is made to just, whatever happens over and over just gets built into the grooves of our mind, and that's what our body looks for. That's what our mind looks for. And so the overstimulation of a vibrator, which cannot be mimicked during sex, is going to be difficult for your mind if it has that association. We're looking for this, but now you're just having intercourse. Taking that break from your vibrator, just a break. You can probably bring it back in, it's fine, but just taking that break so that you can notice some of the subtleties. Then your mind and your body are going to start to react to some of the more subtleties after about 6 to 8 weeks. And you're gonna be fine, you're gonna be amazing, you're gonna have an amazing sex life, and you're gonna start to find, that deeper connection, the things in your mind that, really turn you on, the things that really, feel good during sex, and you'll start to understand your sequence for getting to orgasm based off of just sex. So if you've only ever orgasmed via the bullet toy, that's fine. You've already seen one, sequence to orgasm. Now let's find your other one. Let's find that other sequence to get you there. And for the guys watching this, you should never make a woman feel bad about using her vibrator. If you ever, run into a situation where, maybe you feel like she's been using her vibrator, it's the only way that she can get off, well, you might, very lovingly introduce this idea to her that say, hey, like helping her understand if she takes a break from it, she might actually be able to achieve orgasms that she doesn't even know that she can achieve. Maybe some vaginal orgasms. She might actually start to respond better to vaginal stimulation because she's, so sensitive after not using such an intense type of stimulation. All of her might be way more sensitive, but just doing that in a loving, understanding way, never making her feel bad, because masturbation is completely healthy. Self-exploration is super important. And I actually already love that you've already figured out one of your sequences to orgasm. I think that what you need to do now is figure out your other sequences to orgasm. And the only way to do that is take a little break from your vibrator, and you can bring it back in. You'll have all these different sequences. It's just taking that little bit of time to overcome those, autopilot responses. And you're gonna be amazed that in, I don't know, I don't wanna give you too much of a timeline, but 6 to 8 weeks probably, things are gonna really probably change, and you're gonna start to become more sensitive, and then you can introduce things back in. So I hope that helps you with your question. Thank you so much for your question. And if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I love either responding there or responding in videos. And if you want some more content, make sure you hit that subscribe button because I have more stuff coming up. So good to see you, and I will see you in the next video.